Welcome back, everybody. So this will be video number 3. So on video number 3, the idea is to show you how to draw lines on your car. There are various ways you can do it. I'm going to show you most of them. So where we finished off our last video, we done the base paint, and remember, it goes on the base layer. Okay, so just so you remember I said I use the paintbrush to tidy up messes. Okay, so what is the best way to tidy up this mess? Okay, is to go back to the color picking tool, choose our base layer to get the correct color, go to the paintbrush, and then you can just paint over all these marks that we do not want. Okay, so let me just get this done. Okay, get all of this done. Okay, so this won't paint over the decals. Look there, and the reason is that the decals are at a higher layer. Okay, so as long as you're on base paint, you cannot paint over anything unnecessarily, except for stuff on the base. That's why we're not painting over the decals. That's why we're not painting over the grill, over the scoop, anything like that. Okay, so now we started with a fresh design. Okay, so now we want to go back to making lines. So I don't generally like the paintbrush. The paintbrush, there are various options. You can go with the paintbrush, you can go with the pencil, you can go with the airbrush, ink. So that is just basically different thicknesses. I generally use the paintbrush just for that. I don't generally use line work. Let's say we wanted to put white lines onto our car. Okay, so you can go here, choose white line, and I'm honestly trying to make this as straight as possible, but I can't. So what am I saying? I never ever use the paintbrush for lines. Okay, so I've now made a mistake. I can go to the pencil, I can remove it, or I can go edit, undo paintbrush, edit, undo paintbrush, and then we are back to our base. So what do we do now? We want to do lines. So how do I do lines? Okay, there are ways you can do it. You can use the path tool. Okay, so path tool at least gives you a straight line. The problem is maybe this is not 100% straight. Okay, then when you press enter, it highlights an area. Then you can choose your color, choose the base, and there we got our line. Okay, so how do you save this? You can see it is still highlighted. How do we save this onto the car? In Gimp, you use Control and A. Control and A. So that will make a line. So now let's say I want to make another line on the other side. I go to the path tool again. Click where I want my path. Where I want my path. Okay. Press enter. It highlights the whole area. And then you go back to your bucket fill, and it only bucket fills the area. Now remember, you need to hit Control and A to save it. So we've got 2 lines in the car. But as you can see, these lines are actually terrible. You don't really want lines like that on your car. So if you want to put some more lines in your car with path tool, you can do path tool. So what else you can do with path tool is you can do, say, let's go here, and then you press enter, and now look what we got. Then you press Control and A to save it to the car. So on this side, let's say I wanted this. I'm not trying to make it identical because this is just to help you and show you what you can do. So you can do anything with these paths. Okay. What else you can do is you can do this. Okay. You can manipulate it. And then you can press A, Control and A. So what you can do with paths is you can manipulate the paths. Let's say I want this, like this, like this, like this. Okay. But I want this one to be much further down. This one to be a bit shorter. You go to the paint tool. Okay. And then you can bucket it. Okay. So that is how you can use the path tool to put lines on your car. And if there's something that you don't like, you can just File, undo select all, File, undo bucket fill, File, undo drag anchor, File. This is going to go back quite far now because we've done a lot of steps. So the easiest way to do this is to just go. I'm actually just going to finish this quickly. Let's just do this. Okay, Control A. Okay, the easiest way to do this is you can take the path tool, select the whole area, anywhere that's white in the selected area we're going to change to the blue. So if you go choose a color, go back to bucket fill, and there you go. See, it did not do the bit that's outside. It only did the bits that are inside. It did not do the bits that are outside. Control and A. But the problem there again is it leaves the outlines. So then you've got to go with the bucket. So that's why I don't really enjoy using the path tool. I never actually use it. But I want to show you that it is there. It is available and you can use it. The problem with the path tool is it doesn't make very good line work. Okay. So how do I get a perfectly straight line? Okay. How I do that is, if I want a white line, I go onto Google and I search white background. Okay. Then I will look for a picture like this. And then I will copy a picture like this. Or if I'm looking for a green background, I'll copy a picture like that. So why am I telling you this? I save all these things. Okay. My colors. See, I've got lots of different color backgrounds. This is how I use Gimp. So I'll open this one in Gimp. Okay, so now we've got a car, and we've also got our sorry, our color that we want to use the background for. So I use the crop tool. This is the crop tool. So you can just, if you hold the mouse button in, you can make a line. You click it, edit, copy, edit, paste. Okay. So now we've managed to move our straight line from the other design onto this design. Okay. Now remember, Iracing uses layers. The reason why you can see this is because it is above the paint layer. Look, it's sitting there. It's above the paint layer. So it's over the paint layer. So in order to adjust this to how we get it, we need to go to Tools, Transform Tools, and then you can scale. Okay, so scale, you can make it bigger, you can make it shorter. Okay, it's much better than the path tool. Okay, so let's just make, let's say I want 2 lines all the way down the side of the car. I want it over there. Okay, so what you do is you have to deselect this. Before you can do anything with it, you have to deselect it. So you go up here, I click the bucket fill. Okay, now it is over. This layer is above the paint layer. So we go down here. Okay, and then we have to anchor the layer. And there we got a line. And if we want another one, just edit it, paste it again, go back to tools, go back to transform tools, go back to scale. Okay. Let's say we don't want another big one. Now we want a little line. So we can leave it like that. Now we have to deselect it. And then we have to anchor the layer. Okay, let me just move this over. I don't think this is on the screen properly. Hold on. Okay, let's go here. Then we have to anchor the layer. Okay, but now it's only half. So what do? I paste another one. Tools, transform, scale. Then if you hold there, we can move it. Move it in place to the end. Okay, now we have to deselect it. And then we anchor the layer. So it's a little bit smaller, so it's not right, so we have to adjust it. So you can edit, then we can undo the anchor. Okay, then we go back to tools, transform, scale, and then we can make it just a little bit bigger. Deselect it again. I can see on the top. Okay, let's go back. Scale. Just push it up just a touch. Okay. Anchor. Okay, so we've deselected it. Now we need to anchor it again. Okay, so that is how you will do those lines. Now, let's say you want to do a different color line inside that line, for instance. Okay, let's say we want it to be, what can we use? A bright yellow line. Okay, I'm going to open up my bright yellow background that I've googled and I saved. Okay, going to go to crop tool, highlight it, edit, copy, paste. Okay, transform tools, scale. Now you can make it bigger. Okay, so I don't want it to be too big. So let's leave it there. Okay, you've got to deselect it. Anchor, right click, anchor, and there's our yellow. Okay. Then if you want to put it down to the other side as well, you can just paste it again. Tools, transform, tools, scale. So what can you do? You can put it over this one and try and get it just right. Then you move it down. Okay, that looks right. You deselect it. Floating selection, you right click, you anchor it. Okay, so that is how you make lines. Okay, that is how we're going to make lines on the car. Okay, let's say we want to make a vertical line. Okay, then we need to rotate the line. So let's say we want to make let's say we want to make okay, so yeah, okay, so that is how you make lines. I'm actually going to end this video. Sorry, I'm just looking at the time. I didn't want all these videos to be too long. Okay, so we're going to save it. That's our car. Then we're going to go back into Photo P. Then we're going to open it. Okay, tutorial. Is it this one? Yes, there's our car. Okay, so now we load it into Photo P. Then we're going to File. And remember, we're going to export it as a PNG for trading paints. So now we've exported it as a PNG. Now we're going to go to trading paints. Okay, my paints. We're going to go to the McLaren. Oh, where's the McLaren? Where is the McLaren? Here we go. Upload. Oh, sorry. Paint option, new paint, upload, file, tutorial 4. So now it's a PNG. So now with the PNG, it'll work. Okay. So now we have to go back to our Iracing. And let's go and start a test session. Excuse me, just while I have a cup of tea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do a lap, and then hopefully we can have a look at our new design. So that is basically how you do line work. You can use the paintbrush, which is not very good. You can use the path selection, which is also not that great, or you can use the crop tool. I use the crop tool quite a lot, especially for the decals. So let's just go make sure that our car's going. There we go. Okay, let's just have a look at our car. Okay, there's our lines. Okay. Have a look from different angles. So that's how you do lines. Okay. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I really am trying to build my channel, and we're going to go through everything to do with car design in many videos, and hopefully I've made it easy enough for you. Yes. I hope to see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe, and have a lovely evening.